Hello, good to see you again. How are
Hi.
you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. So, from the last time that we met, I looked over your 24-hour diet analysis, and I kind of gathered some information together.
Okay.
And so, from a scale from 1 to 10, how important is it? How important is change for you for your diet?
You know, it's pretty important for me. I think on the scale I would say about a 7 or more like an 8 actually.
More like an 8? Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So it sounds like you're pretty motivated
Yes.
for change. Okay. And so we have, so I came up with some possible topics to discuss today from what I looked over, and from these three that I written down, the first one I wrote, I saw that you could have a little bit more increase in your fiber intake.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was to lower your soda consumption, so to lower your sugar-free drink intake.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was to eat more fruits and vegetables. So which one would you want to talk about today?
I think today I'd like to talk about lowering my soda consumption.
Okay. So we do that one.
I think that would be a good one to start with.
Yeah. And so, to help you understand this more, I pulled up a DGA, which is a dietary guideline for Americans,
Okay.
on how to cut down on added sugars.
Mm-hmm.
And so, right here, it says the 2015 to 2020 dietary guideline for Americans recommended limiting calories for added sugars to no more than 10% each day, and 200 calories, that's 200 calories or about 12 teaspoons for a 2,000 calorie diet.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like in order to kind of get a better idea of that, it's kind of important for you to be aware of what you're intaking.
Mm-hmm.
The whole plan here isn't to take it out of your diet completely. We want you to enjoy your food.
Okay.
Maybe, it's more of like reducing, and so that you can still enjoy it,
Okay.
but kind of like gonna tone it down kind of thing.
Okay.
And so it also mentions on here, which is probably good for probably more than just this. It's to check the ingredients, so maybe like label reading to see what's added
Mm-hmm.
into the foods that you're eating, so to read the food labels and stuff on the back.
Okay.
And so
So I've noticed that I've never really done that before. Would it be okay for our next session for me to bring something in,
Mhm.
and maybe we can
yeah, sure.
go over it?
Yeah, that'd be good, so that it's more of something that it's more of what you're eating.
Okay.
And so it's not just me pulling foods out that you don't eat.
Yeah.
And so that's good, yeah.
Okay.
And so we'll do that at our next session. We'll definitely write that down.
Okay.
So for
Perfect.
the next session is to food labels. It also mentions on here, for 1 can of regular soda, which is 12 fluid ounces, it equals to 126 calories
Mm-hmm.
for added sugars. And so, going back to what it says earlier about the whole 10%, and that it's about 200 calories in if you're doing a 2,000 calorie diet.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's, you can still enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's about, 2 cans
Mm-hmm.
a day if you want to, that's like putting the max on it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's not like it's, taking it out completely.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to enjoy it. And so the next part is what what is motivating you to do this change?
You know, I just, from our first session, when we were going over the type of foods that I was eating in the day and the 24 hours that I was given, I noticed that I never really noticed it before, but I noticed that I do consume a lot of soda. And I think that's a little concerning since, that too much sugar could be, I know too much sugar could be bad for me, but, maybe there's a way that I can, I guess, lower my intake and stuff. So that's really one of the bigger reasons why I want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I could understand because, a lot of times you're just kind of eating food, you don't really think about it. And then when you actually write it down or you actually really think about it, it's like, wow, I do eat a lot of this or drink a lot of this. So yeah, I feel like it's good that we went over that.
Yes.
And so that you can actually see it for yourself too and realize that, which is good. And so, to help you continue to improve on this, we're gonna make a SMART goal for you, which is a SMART goal is something that is specific. So, and then it's also measurable, and then it's achievable, realistic, and timely.
Okay.
And so, to start that out, let's make a goal together. And so maybe have any ideas?
So I've noticed that since our last session that I probably had soda maybe once a day at least. Once every day, maybe even more. So maybe, I guess realistically, I can start off with maybe 1 cup of soda every other day. And I guess to start off, do you think that 2 weeks would be a better idea? Or then...
Yeah, we could totally do that.
So we could do 2
and
weeks.
so maybe I will drink no more
Then...
than 1 cup of soda every other day?
Every other day, yeah.
Every other day.
For the next 2 weeks.
For the next 2 weeks. That sounds like a good goal. Next 2 weeks. Alright. Sounds good. Sounds okay. Alright, and so to go on to more of this, it's if it's a goal for you to follow, but if you happen to say you drink more than what your goal is set for, it's don't feel like too bad,
Okay.
because just remember at the end of the day that you did set this goal for yourself, and you're trying to improve your health. And so, and like I mentioned earlier, this is not to take it out of your diet completely. This is just to kind of lower it more. And so so maybe next time we will talk about one of the other 2
Yes,
at our
definitely.
other meetings. And so for everything that we went over today, just a little recap.
Okay.
So you're pretty motivated.
Yes.
Number 8 on the scale.
Yeah.
You're pretty motivated. Today we talked about lowering your consumption of soda and back to the DGA. It's limited to no more than 10% each day, which is about 200 calories, which is 2,000 for a 200 calorie diet, which seems reasonable. And and for next time we're gonna check the ingredients, so like the food labels again.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have you bring some in, and so we can go over them.
Yes.
And then, yeah, and so your SMART goal that you set for yourself, I'll give you a copy of this as well.
Okay, perfect.
And so, it says, I will drink no more than 1 cup of soda every other day for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds
Alright.
great.
So, alright,
Alright.
we'll see you at the next meeting.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.